Redskins Stadium. So when you talk about Davis and Westbrook as threats, not to mention Brad Johnson, you're getting it all.
You're going to watch him bounce this thing. He's going to start inside, then bounce it. Now watch the stiff arm. Nice job on George T. Get out of my way. You're a DB. I would say there's a payback for causing my fumble, George.
The extra point attempt, Brett Conway. And the kick is good. And the Redskins have opened up a 2-touchdown lead, 28-14. Stephen Davis, with his second touchdown of the game, now has gained 95 yards rushing. We'll be right back.
They call me Oaf Dog from Sandusky, Ohio. Dog pound since '87. Football fanatic since birth. If you're a football fan like me, you gotta have DirecTV. I bought my DirecTV at Walmart. Walmart's got the best prices. I have 3 dishes total. This is the one on my house. I got another one on top of my motorhome. I get football beamed right from the football gods, right through my dish and right into my veins. Football is life. With DirecTV, it's like you're there. You gotta have DirecTV. You gotta get to Walmart. I love football!
Dad. EJ, 170 million. That's a record. Think it's going to change you?
Absolutely not. E.J. Tucker's never been about money. E.J. Tucker's never played for money, and money will not change E.J. Tucker not one iota.
Say, is that a Bud Light?
Oh, yeah, it's last one.
Oh, yeah? What do you say I give you $1 million for?
With a great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light.
What do you want for that watch?
See you in September. We need you and you. It's September.
Welcome back, man.
The fans are #1 in our hearts, and we're going to give them a lot to cheer about this season.
We're going to be yelling, screaming. Hey! Here, fellas! We're #1! #1, baby!
Who will win the Emmy for Outstanding Comedy Series? Find out live. The Emmy Awards. Live coverage begins at 7 Eastern tonight on Fox.
And they're going wild here at Redskins Stadium. Stephen Davis with a 7-yard run. And the key man, and 94 yards in the game, matches a career high, which he established against these same Dallas Cowboys back in 1997.
He still has a quarter to go and 3 minutes left in this quarter.
Good chance of breaking that, don't you think?
I would think so.
Brett Conway with the kick, and it's Jeff Ogden returning from the 10-yard line, and Ogden is tackled. And it was Champ Bailey who made the special teams play, but it's been Stephen Davis's day as far as the offense is concerned for this Redskin team.
Well, and he's done it by grinding them out. He's done it the old-fashioned Riggins way. And then just when you think he's all about power, he'll give you that speed and is able to take the corner, but not without a punishing stiff arm to the face. I like to see that. I like that. That reminds me, when I see guys run like that, it reminds me of how Walter Payton used to just attack you with that.
Since the first quarter, the Redskins have outgained the Cowboys 272-66, and it shows. Here is Aikman, flips it out, unable to hold on to it is Daryl Johnston, and that's the first time we mentioned his name today.
And I think that's something that they have to rectify. They have to get Moose Johnson involved in this offense. And he's light years ahead of where he was a year ago. He's a bigger man now. He's about 12 pounds heavier. He's got more confidence. He's not the same Daryl Johnson that was. But he was always adept at catching the ball out of the backfield in that kind of situation.
And it's great to see him come back last year after that neck surgery 2 years ago. 2nd and 10 at the 33. Wayne McGarity, rookie wide receiver, is in there now, and Aikman's pass is caught by Raghib Ismail, short of the first down by about 5 yards. Darrell Green gave no quarter there, and it'll be 3rd down coming up at the 38.
Darrell Green hasn't given anything away today. He's been the same Darrell Green that I've seen all these same years.
Nothing has changed, and he's still helping youngsters. Tuesday he's going to be at the Abraham Lincoln Middle School to try to encourage high school and junior high school football programs, something that the sport needs.
Getting involved. I agree.
3rd down and 5 out of the shotgun. Troy Aikman, and unable to extend himself for the pass is Ernie Mills, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Another down when Michael Irvin's not on the field. I don't know about that. I know you want to give the guy a rest, but this is a time when you have to have some plays made.
One thing to get a second receiver who's got a speed and may be the go-to guy, but you want the guy who's not go-to to at least have a chance out there.
Now, Michael Irvin does more things than speed. He's never been a speed guy, but he's beaten a lot of people a lot of years.
Troy Aikman, incomplete passes on his last 6 attempts, and the punt by Toby Goen. Brian Mitchell on the run. He's dangerous, and he brings it back close to midfield.
Dexter Coakley is able to catch him again. That Coakley's all over the place.
20-yard return by Brian Mitchell, and the Redskins have good field position with a 14-point lead. Well, you're 4 days away from the 1-hour event that'll change network television forever. Jay Moore stars in the best series of the season, Action for Mature Audiences, at 9, 8 Central, after an all-new Shocking Crashes and Chases on Fox. That's Thursday.
Did I see Buddy Hackett's puss in there? He's a funny man.
From the Borscht circuit, remember him?
Oh, he's the best.
You ever have borscht?
I have borscht. I have borscht in the bathroom. Get rid of it. Yeah, this is when you have to have a big play made, and you have your big play receiver. Remember, his name was Playmaker. He's on the sideline. You can't make him when you're over there.
First down with 1:50 to go in the 3rd quarter at the 48-yard line of the Redskins. Irving Fryer in motion, but they go to Stephen Davis, and Davis just gets into Dallas territory.
Trey Johnson and Dexter Coakley. He came up with a no helmet and a bunch of dreadlocks. Even got rid of that little cap he put there. It goes back on. First, there's step number 1. There's step number 2. So you got to protect the dreads first. Then you throw the hat back on. That man, Trey Johnson, has lost himself about 40 pounds, and he's a much better player.
He's a half a man and a new man.
There's a whole nother Trey Johnson running around out there.
2nd and 8 at midfield. Brad Johnson looking deep and going deep for Connell. The Connell makes the catch. Touchdown. Was a 50-yard play, and Albert Connell made a highlight film on that catch for the score.
Now, the whole thing starts up front. If you don't have time to throw, you don't make this throw. But look at the time. He's able to step easily and throw that ball. He hangs it up. This is a play on the out and up. Everybody's in the right position. The ball just came down inside, and Connell made a nice adjustment and goes in for 6.
Here is Brett Conway adding the 35th point for the Redskins. They lead at 35-14, and at one point trailed by a score of 14-3, and they have taken total control at this point of the game with 1:04 to go in the 3rd.
Charlie Williams is right there, but he makes his move as he's falling backwards. Connell is able to make his move as he's going forwards, and that's the difference in the game, the play. And then Connell just manhandles the ball out of his hand. Woods is hanging to the outside. And, you know, the most impressive thing about this touchdown isn't the catch, isn't the throw, isn't the protection. It was afterwards when Connell and Michael Westbrook did a double pirouette for a high five. That's the nicest one I've seen in a long time.
Look at this grab, and he was determined to keep the ball against Charlie Williams.
That was beautiful.
And go in for the score. Well, Daniel Snyder could not have written a better scenario for his first game as an owner. And I'll tell you, Brad Johnson's acquisition Connell adding this speed element. 4 catches for 136 yards. So 2 Redskin receivers today. Connell and Westbrook have gone over 100 yards receiving. Conway kicking off, and that's Jeff Ogden at the 6-yard line. Ogden out to the 30, where Sean Barber brings him down, and Barber's slow getting up.
Yeah, Dick, just watching this whole scenario play itself out, I just watched something that I haven't seen happen at Redskin Stadium here for a long time, when it was Jack Kent Cooke Stadium, and before that since Norv Turner's been here. And that's the offense being congratulated and talked to by the defense. Instead of going, you guys stink, they're over there saying, great job, keep it up.
32 unanswered points by the Redskins. And there you see a lot of glad handing, and the defense has done the job. And now Troy Aikman knows he's got to throw. Even though we still have a whole quarter to go. Warren for a couple of yards, and of course he's got to make the Redskins respect the running game. Sean Barber is there, and they have respected the running game today.
They ran the ball. They've been running the ball pretty well. But now you're down here by 21 points. Changes the complexion a little bit. The one thing that doesn't change, you have time, so you don't have to panic. You can get back in and try to establish some kind of a run game. You have a whole 4th quarter to play.
Emmitt Smith with 12 carries for 67 yards back in the lineup on 2nd and 8.
You got a matchup with Irvin outside by himself on Champ Bailey again.
And the pitch is to Emmitt Smith. And they gang tackle him. That'll bring up 3rd and 5 as the time runs out here in the 3rd quarter, and they are going wild. That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score. The Redskins 35, the Cowboys 14. Fox NFL Sunday will continue after a word from your local Fox station.
You're watching the NFL on Fox.
Second quarter figures show a strong uptick in gross revenues with a corresponding increase in pre-tax profits. The market, of course, looked upon this very favorably, and the resulting surge in our stock price brings our market capitalization to within 10% of year-end projections. To elaborate on what this means for the company, I'd like to turn the floor over to our chairman.
Hi, I'm Bob. You may have noticed I live in the money tree. That may sound great to you, but have you ever tried to eat this stuff? Oh, it's terrible. You know how money seems to run out about 8 days before payday? You need a payday loan from the money tree.
Money Tree gives payday loans for instant cash.
Money? Don't like it. You can take it. You can have it. I don't want it. Bring me a salad. Can I get a salad over here? We've got a branch near you.
Want a healthier lawn? Tate's rents aerators, rototillers, lawn thatchers, and thousands of other items for all your home, lawn, and garden projects. Let Tate's help you and your lawn breathe a little easier.
Tate's Rents.
Got something just begging to be cleaned? Tate's rents pressure washers and thousands of other items that can help save time and money on all your home, lawn, and garden projects.
Tate's Rents.
Fox 12 News at 9. It's about time.
Start of the 4th quarter, Brad Johnson with 2 touchdown passes said he wasn't that enamored of coming to the Redskins initially in the trade. He had just gotten married in March. New people, new system, new surroundings. He wasn't used to it. I think he's happy with the situation now. 3rd down and 4 for the Cowboys on their 36-yard line as we start the 4th quarter. And a handoff to Emmitt Smith with a burst. 1st down and more to midfield. Now Stevens.
That's good patience by the Dallas coaching staff. You just keep on sticking with that. You're down by 21. But if you just go completely to the passing game, it's going to be tougher for you. They're just going to tee off on you. This time, yeah, they pull him through there. Larry Allen and Mills comes through, acting on the old counter tee, counter tray. They're using the wide receiver pulling through.
Doug Brown has replaced Dana Stubblefield at defensive tackle for Washington. First down, and the pitch is to Emmitt Smith. And Smith with another good run, cutting back inside with another first down. Emmitt Smith showing a lot of the flashes of the previous years, brought down by Champ Bailey.
You see him at the end there, Dick? You know what he's saying? I mean, I can't read his mind or his lips from here, but I know the sentiments of his heart as he's closing in on 100 yards. He's yelling to the sideline, like, let me have the ball. Let me do what I can do. He's frustrated. He believes that the coaching staff doesn't quite understand or appreciate what it is that he can do still. He was going, give me the ball. Let me show you.
He was pleading his case to us yesterday, saying, I wish the coaches would give me a chance to do even more. I'm not done with my career. First down, and Emmitt Smith diving forward, and a good first down gain of 4 yards on the play.
Now he's over 100 yards for the day, and he hasn't been in there all the time. But he is, what he has is heart. And I'll never forget the Giant game when he hurt his shoulder, and he just kept on going. That, to me, epitomized what Emmitt Smith was all about. Now it's a few years back, but I mean, he still has that same thing.
And he goes out of the game now. Chris Warren has come in. Emmitt a yard short of 100. It'll be second down, and the pitch goes to Warren, cutting inside and short of the first down by about 3. Ndupe Kalu, number 72, who had a very good preseason as a nickel pass rusher, the former Philadelphia Eagle, will bring up third down and short for the Cowboys. Redskins now shuttling in their defensive linemen.
As are the Cowboys, and the one big guy they bring in is Robert Thomas, the fullback. When he's in there, you keep your eyes on him. Chances are that's where the ball's going. He's right there.
Third down, here's Warren. He'll get the first down and more. And Liam Evans will wrestle him down inside the 10. So Warren contributes with a big 23-yard scamper, and Dallas threatens.
And so did Robert Thomas, just like we said. When he's in the football game, there's a reason. He's a battering ram. They take Chris Warren and they just follow. What? Robert Thomas, he's coming. He's going to meet somebody, and he does. Oh, great job in the hole. Just clears the backer away, allows Warren to get to the second level and pick up the first down on the 9-yard line.
Brett Strickland, who started for Dallas, is in at linebacker for Washington. They have 4 linebackers in there as Warren tries to go left and is brought down by Greg Jones. No gain.
I think, remember I said earlier about they had to maintain their patience. They're down by 21 points in the 4th quarter, but they've just been pounding the football and running the football. I mean, that's what they can do well, and they're staying with it.
You can't get 21 points in one drive, so you get the 7. Now you're within 14, and now you can open it up because you've proven you'll run the ball. 9th play of the drive, and to back up what Matt said, all have been rushes. Second and goal at the 9. Emmitt Smith back in there. Aikman fires up the middle, tipped away by Sam Shade, the strong safety in the former Cincinnati Bengal. He saved the touchdown. It was headed for David LaFleur.
Dick, that was almost exactly the same defense that resulted in a touchdown in the very first quarter. They came with a blitz inside Derek Smith. They went man-to-man outside. Aikman sidestepped. The blitz is going to come up. He's going to sidestep. LaFleur's going to have the same situation. Shade to his outside, and the ball's thrown. This time, Shade breaks on it and drops it away.
Champ Bailey comes out. Tim Denton checks in for the Redskins. Third and goal at the 9 for Dallas. Troy Aikman's pass, and a flag goes down back at the line of scrimmage. Ismail, the receiver, and let's see whether the Redskins may be called for roughing the passer as Aikman was hit. Walt Coleman, and that'll be it. Roughing the passer against Kennard Lang, and it'll be an automatic first down for the Cowboys.
Personal foul, unless they roughed it. Defense, number 90, half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
Well, that referee is back there on every passing situation. His sole job and purpose is to protect the quarterback, and I'm for that. That's a good call. Kennard knew it right away. Kennard Lang, number 90, picks him up. He knew it right away. You can see he's going to drop his head.
And the rookie defensive end, Ebenezer Ekubon, is in as a third tight end on short yardage. First and goal. And here is Emmitt Smith going into the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. So Ekubon, who was a tight end at North Carolina at one time, used as the third tight end for blocking purposes, and Emmitt Smith going over 100 yards on the day gets the touchdown for Dallas.
This is just patience by Emmitt Smith. Watch him get outside. Moose Johnson right there does a good job of staying with that block and taking up. But Emmitt sheds the tackle. Even after he flattens out, he's able to get the corner and pick up the touchdown.
And most of this drive, we pointed out, has been done on the ground by the Cowboys. And Richie Cunningham looking to bring the Cowboys to within 14 points, and he does. And still plenty of time remaining. 10 minutes and 43 seconds.
Lots of time, lots of game, lots of fun. Join us.
Good promo.
You recognize this? Sure you do. It's $1. You want to know why George Washington looks so ticked off? It's because he remembers when $1 was worth something. Nowadays, you're lucky if you can buy a pair of used socks at a garage sale for under $1. Well, cheer up, Georgie boy. At least you can get all your long-distance calls for only 99 cents.
That's right. Just dial 1010-220, and all calls up to 20 minutes are only 99 cents. And just 9 cents a minute after that. No fees, no switching. So if you want to talk up to 20 minutes for only 99 cents, just dial 1010-220 first.
This is awfully sweet of you, Mrs. Anderson.
Well, I like for newcomers to feel at home in the neighborhood.
Well, I'm sure they appreciate it.
I hope so. They seem like such nice people. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Colossus Bakery can help you welcome some old, new friends to Cleveland.
Thank you. And I'll need that plate back.
But bring your Visa card, because Colossus doesn't take American Express. Visa, it's everywhere NFL fans want to be.
Not a lot of people know what the seal does. I kind of like the idea of that.
So you need to get in and, do your job and get out of there not being seen.
No seal gets left behind. Everybody goes home.
You have to be able to persevere and get the job done no matter what. I will not fail.
The kind of people we require, someone who can go hard or go home.
I knew what I came in the Navy to do. I specifically came in to become a Navy SEAL.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Bud Light. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light. By EA Sports and Madden NFL 2000. If it's in the game, it's in the game. By 1010-220. Dial it and talk up to 20 minutes for only 99 cents. And by the U.S. Navy. Navy, let the journey begin.
Emmitt Smith with the 56th 100-yard game of his brilliant career with the touchdown to bring the Cowboys to within 14 on an 11-play drive. And now the Redskins will get it back. And they've had it. They've done it to the tune of 35 points. And a shank on the kickoff. Now, unbelievable. Onside.
It didn't go 10 yards.
They didn't line up for an onside kick, but Dallas may have it anyway. The Cowboys will get it. They did not line up as if it were an onside kick. But that had to be by design by Toby Goen. Darren Woodson.
Better hope so, unless he missed that completely. But I'd like to see if it wasn't touched before 10 yards. Here's where it would, okay. This is the line it would have to be. He just missed that thing. Oh, it went 10 yards. That's right here. Oh, and we missed it. He just shanks that thing. He has to get to the 40-yard line before it's touched.
Yeah, he couldn't cut it that close. And it does. Yeah, he couldn't cut it that close, Matt.
What's that?
He couldn't cut it that close. That was not an onside kick attempt. It doesn't appear.
No, I don't think so. I mean, you just look at how everybody,
well, now we
just how everybody's lined up. If that was designed,
well, the word,
that's a heck of a design.
Well,
picked a lot of people out.
Well, the word is it was a design kick. And let's see it. We may have a review, and
I don't know what you would review. It was
Walt Coleman going over to Norv Turner, and remember that if the challenge is not overturned,
Washington has challenged the ruling on the field.
What would you challenge? I'd be interested in knowing what it is. If he's challenging 10 yards, It went 10 yards.
He could be challenging possession on the sideline.
That I would challenge. Is that one of the things you can challenge? Yeah, it's an end line.
Yes, it is.
It's an end line.
So now here's the situation. This is what we have, and this is what they're going to be looking at upstairs.
Okay, first of all, it has to go 10 yards before it can be touched. There it's 10 yards. Now there's no possession here. Now we let it go. Let's see if he has possession. Now the official's right on top of it. Let's see if he has possession of the ball. That's that wing, 59. He would be the man. He's got to have possession before he goes out of bounds, and that's a little convoluted there. It's hard to say.
Now, one of the Redskins may have told Norv Turner to challenge it because I'm sure the coaches upstairs let's tell from where they are.
Okay. Okay, here it's still in bounds. Everything's fine. Now he's got to have possession before he goes out. He's still okay. Still okay. That's a good call. In my mind's eye, that's a good call.
You have to have indisputable visual evidence to turn it over.
Well, here's the official right there. There it is. He's got possession. That's a good call.
And the challenge is that they touched it before it went 10 yards.
That went 10 yards. That one's not even close.
And, of course, if it is not overturned, the challenge is not accepted, then Norv Turner and the Redskins would lose a timeout, and that is not critical, really, when you think that you've got a 14-point lead in the fourth quarter, even though you do have plenty of time.
Well, he has 3. He's going to lose 1. It's probably worth it, but
Walt Coleman is looking at the replays, and upstairs with the technician, the video operator, the replay assistant, and the communicator. Those are the 4 people upstairs, and it's supposed to be 90 seconds from the time they start to roll it, and he has come back with a determination.
Yeah, it's going to be.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Good call.
The ball went 10 yards before it was touched by Dallas. First down.
No, that's a good call by the official.
Washington will be charged a team timeout.
Jeff Rice, the umpire, was right there on top of the ball, and they made the right call.
And, of course, Norv Turner told us, he says, I'm going to challenge things, unlike Chan Gailey.
Yeah, you can see him right there. There's Rice. He's right on top of it. There's the yard line mark. He's already past the 10 yards. And then if the other thing was going to be that he didn't have control before he went out, that win did a good job of having control before he went out.
It was touched. They saw the replay, and the challenge was turned back. So the Redskins now have 2 timeouts left. The Cowboys keep the ball, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Chris Warren is the running back. And the pitch goes to Warren with Darryl Johnston blocking. And Warren gets the first down and more as he moves into Redskin territory and goes out of bounds. And Dan Snyder, the 34-year-old owner, is watching as you watched it.
Well, his body language didn't make a bit of difference. That was a good call by the official any way you look at it. They were right on top of it. Ooh, he gets fired up over there. His booth is right inside of ours, and he's high-fiving guys and jumping up and down and dancing and singing and doing all right.
He's been fired up since the moment he took over. First down at the 47 of Washington. And there is Aikman, and the pass caught by David LaFleur. And LaFleur fighting for the first down, may have it.
Yeah, they're going to mark it. They're going to mark it short.
Want to remind you, coming up, the second half of our NFL on Fox opening day doubleheader. Vikings and Falcons, and the viewers in the Washington area will be seeing the second half of our doubleheader, and that will be the Vikings-Falcons matchup. 2 teams that battled for the NFC Championship in a shocking turn of events. The missed field goal by Gary Anderson, and Atlanta won it and went to the Super Bowl despite a 15-1 record by Minnesota. Randy Moss, Jamal Anderson, 2 great stars.
Randy Moss wants to prove that he's better than he showed a year ago. He believes he's more complete than that. And I spoke with Jamal Anderson this week about this game, and he has something to prove, because if you remember last year in the championship game, he didn't run the ball very well. And he wants to show everybody that he can do what he did through the season against a great team.
And you remember, he was a holdout, so he reported late. Here is LaFleur, where he might have suffered his injury.
He's hanging on, and then Derek Smith gives him the old takedown. It's a single leg. Oh, he got twisted on Greg Jones when they twisted all that stuff around in there.
LaFleur on the receiving end of 2 Troy Aikman touchdowns, and there you see like a wishbone. One point the Cowboys led 14-3, but 32 unanswered points before that last score by Emmitt Smith.
Dick, I'm really impressed with the patience the Cowboys are showing, staying with the run game, and they've gotten back into this game. They're down by 14, but they're giving themselves a chance with the running game. And then that, whatever that thing was, if it was an onside kick, I don't believe it was. I think he just missed it.
Well, the word we get, it was by design.
Yeah.
Second down and 1 at the 38. Cynic. Aikman to throw on 2nd and 1. Can't find a receiver. And now he comes up with it. And Eric Bjornsson, the tight end who went in when LaFleur came out of the game,
See,
makes the catch and a first down.
And Aikman was saying to Bjornsson, get up the field. Get up the field. He was waiting for him to take off, and he never did. Now he bought some time, and Bjornsson comes back to the ball. But it looked like Aikman was anticipating him to do something else. You can watch him. Hey, he's telling him, get up the field.
Emmitt Smith checks back in. Under 9 minutes to go in the 4th quarter, and this pass intended for Michael Irvin overthrown. Saw the action by Troy Aikman, who has said publicly that he wants to change his demeanor. He has been sometimes critical on the field. He's a tremendous competitor, and perhaps be more encouraging than critical with body language when certain things happen on the field. And he made a point of telling the media down in Dallas that this is what he wanted to alter somewhat this year.
Personally, I think he shouldn't alter anything. It's the middle of the game. You can't scream at somebody for not doing something right, then tell that guy to take a hike. This guy needs to get more involved in the offense right now.
Only 2 catches, Matt. Emmitt Smith brought down, and that was Marco Coleman. And a loss of 3 yards for the Cowboys.
Marco Coleman, one of the guys they brought in. Watch him right down inside. They're going to try to get... He's going to jump to the inside on Eric Williams. He went underneath the block, took a chance, and it paid off for him.
Marco Coleman.
His attitude has made a big difference on the defense. He's a high-energy guy, and he demands others by his actions and words to play up to that standard.
Played on a very strong Charger defensive team last year. 3rd down and 3.
Michael Irvin's out here by himself.
There is the fade pattern to Irvin.
Nice.
No flag. Good coverage. Bailey on Irvin all the way.
I like that. I like the matchup, and I like what Champ Bailey did. He played it perfectly. Kept his body position to the inside. Now you're going to force the ball to be thrown only one way. First, they're going to run the blitz with Sean Barber coming right in Troy Aikman's face, which forces the ball to be thrown prematurely. Now, I want you to watch what Champ Bailey does. Hold the inside, give the ball one way to come, and you can just run with his speed. He's faster than Irvin, so once you take body position away, it's your win.
And they're going for it on 4th down and 13 yards. 4th and 13. You got to get to the 16-yard line. Aikman's pass broken up. Bailey again on Irvin, and the Redskins take over on downs.
He wouldn't have had the first down on that throw anyway. Irvin came back underneath. It would have been first and 10 Redskins.
We gotta stop 36. This is our season here, boys. All right. Come on, guys, now and there.
I'm gonna eat you up, big man. I'm gonna eat you up.
Meet Cyberbuck. And his ball-hawking, tightrope-walking, jaw-dropping Jumbotron Hawks. Madden NFL 2000. EA Sports. It's in the game.
The right brakes make any car feel high performance.
Yep, they're Wagner brakes.
So choose Wagner from the world's leader in brake pads. Wagner Brakes, another great part of Federal Mogul.
And Blanchard's car is handling great as he takes the lead. Incredible.
The right chassis parts make any car feel high performance. So choose Moog, driving NASCAR champions to victory. Moog chassis parts, another great part of Federal Mogul.
Hey, pal, when did you see the light?
I was working away from home. On my own dime, it's crazy to stay anywhere but Motel 6. I can take the extra money and invest it in something.
Yeah, like pizza.
Call us and see the light for yourself.
What happened? I was in a can. Oh, Freeman just caught a touchdown pass from Favre. I can't believe I missed it. That's it. Next Sunday, type it.
Don't miss out on the Family Guy season premiere, Thursday, September 23rd on Fox.
Two of the decade's most dominant teams square off as Jeter and the Yankees take on the Indians. Fox Saturday Baseball, this week at 1 Eastern.
Well, the Redskins got it back after the defense held the Dallas Cowboys, but what a frustrating game this has to be for Michael Irvin. Twice Troy Aikman went to him. Matt pointed out astutely that they wouldn't have had the first down even if he had caught the ball, but only 2 receptions thus far, and that's the sentiment of the fans when the Cowboys are the subject here. So the Redskins begin from the 29. Stephen Davis is having a tremendous game. Gets about 5 or 6.
I'm sorry I'm laughing, but
it's okay.
Trey Johnson just played road grader on... I want you to watch Trey Johnson right inside. He's going to hit Randall Godfrey, and he's going to take him, just take him for a ride. Say, hey, Mr. Guy, how you doing, Mr. Linebacker? Let me just take you someplace. he just waffled him.
Could he have done that before when he was heavier?
Yeah, you know, amazingly, he still ran pretty well, but he didn't have the endurance that he has now. And this is when he's at his best, Trey Johnson. When he's down like this. He's about 320, and he's playing well.
Maybe he wouldn't have done it in the 4th quarter like he's done it here. You're right. Here's Davis, this time going right and hitting a wall, and Darren Hambrick making the tackle. And no gain on the play. Well, how much has Trey Johnson changed from a year ago, man?
Well, this was last year, Trey Johnson, and that's, you know, that's plus 40. That's an extra 40 lbs that he has on his frame. And this is Trey Johnson this year. And you know, you can tell the difference because the 7s look a little bigger than they did a year ago. Those 7s were smaller last year, and they were a little farther apart.
Best way to show it.
There's last year, and there's this year.
3rd down and 4. Skip Hicks has come in as the tailback. Play fake. Brad Johnson. And the pass is incomplete. And the Larry centers the intended receiver. By the way, Emmitt Smith going over 100 yards, and Michael Irvin has not done much today, but David LaFleur with 2 touchdown catches. He was shaken up. You remember the last possession, suffered sprained right knee and ankle, but the Cowboys expect him to come back.
Okay, Dick, now you're down by 14 points. You got 6.5 minutes to go. This is the drive. The Cowboys are going to get in this. They have to do it right here.
And it won't all be running plays either.
And you're still going to have, they still have 3 timeouts, so there's a lot of time and a lot of game to play.
Matt Turk with the kick. Wayne McGarity will let the ball drop. And it dies, helping the Cowboys, and out of bounds. So the ball will be close to the 35-yard line when we come back. 6:15 remaining in the 4th quarter.
Step up. Learn to see farther. Learn there are teachers who won't allow you to fail. Learn to dance, to draw. Learn that the real challenge doesn't come from the outside, but from within. And that there's more to you than you ever knew. Be all you can be.
Hey, who's that?
Oh, she's here to meet with the big guys.
On a weekend?
Mm-hmm. Cancels their tea times.
Oh. She must be a big client.
I think it's their life insurance agent.
Huh. That's a new one.
Have you heard from the Quiet Company? Northwestern Mutual Life.
That for Chris?
Yep.
Just 2 more days till his big e-commerce project goes live.
Crunch time.
Thanks, man.
No problem.
We go non-stop, from idea to implementation.
On an all-new special, never-before-seen footage.
Oh, my God.
The one you've been waiting for.
Unbelievable.
Shocking crashes and chases, all new at 8, Fox Thursday.
This is at the end of the punt. Brian Mitchell, the ball's flopping around down there, and instead of picking it up, Brian Mitchell kicks it out of bounds, and that's a penalty. So they presented to the Cowboys, and the Cowboys declined it. But you can't just kick the ball. He could have picked it up and downed it, or just set it down and downed it, but you can't kick it out of bounds.
Cowboys, 6:15 to go in the 4th quarter, and they'll have a first down at the 34-yard line. If the Troy Aikman, one of those quarterbacks who can engineer this kind of a comeback. There you see the numbers thus far today: 16 of 33, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. But Brad Johnson has not made a mistake for the Redskins, and that has been a major difference in this game.
Aikman was really hot early, and then since that first interception, he's really cooled off. Remember, on 3rd downs, he was 4 for 4, and then since that 4 for 4, on 3rd down, they haven't been good. Now, you can look at it 2 ways, that either he's cooled off or that the Washington Redskins defense has heated up.
Maybe a little of both. Well, next week on Fox, Major League Baseball, Yankees and Indians. Now, the Yankees right now have their lead down to 4.5 games over the Boston Red Sox. They're fighting the Indians for the best record in the American League. The Astros right now, red hot, have won 9 in a row. They lead the National League Central by 3 games. And Mark McGwire at this point, 55 home runs, and the Oakland A's chasing the Boston Red Sox for a wild card. First down at the 34 for the Cowboys. Matt mentioned they still have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. And on first down, Troy Aikman's pass to Raghib Ismail, complete, and a first down into Redskin territory. Good catch there by Ismail, and an 18-yard pickup.
A real nice catch. Ball's well thrown. Darryl Green's right on top of it. Sometimes, you know, you can do everything right defensively and everything right offensively, and this is going to happen. I mean, that's a good play all the way around. You can't mark it poorly on any aspect of the play.
On first down, the pitch is to Emmitt Smith, and Smith gets about 2 on the play. Jamel Williams has replaced Sam Shade at strong safety for the Redskins. He's number 22 and a former linebacker out of the University of Nebraska. But the clock running nearly 5.5 to go in the 4th. There's Williams, and the Cowboys face a 2nd and 8. A play fake. Here comes pressure on Aikman. Michael Irvin drops the ball. He was wide open at the 40 and couldn't hold on.
They can't drop him. You don't have many chances. The ball's right there. He beat the coverage. It's right in his hands, and he dropped it. There's no excuse. Michael Irvin would be the first one to tell you there's no excuse. That's a good job by Irvin back there, avoiding things and buying the time necessary to make this play. He just started to run before he caught the ball.
Michael Irvin has 2 catches for 60 yards, but both of his receptions came in the first quarter. So it's been a long drought. 3rd down and 8. And the give is to Warren. And Warren is brought down by Kalu, short of the first down. But you know the Cowboys will go for it here on 4th down as we wind down to 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, you go for it here.
Well, they did before.
And you have to. You have to do it right now.
They did it with 3rd and 4th and 13, and so now they need about 2 yards.
Now you're down to, what, 4:45? 4th and 2. Let's see how good your offensive line is.
Emmitt Smith, and he's got Darryl Johnston blocking for him, and Smith gets the first down to the 37-yard line.
Well, you say how good is your offensive line? There's your answer. They just powered it right up inside, and that's a play that would not have been run a year ago. But with Stepnoski in there now, they're a lot better.
David LaFleur, who was out briefly with a sprained knee and a sprained ankle, is checked back in. There you see him, number 89. 4 minutes remain in the fourth quarter.
Darryl Pounds is working on Michael Irvin out here one more.
Cowboys on the 37, and they're going for Irvin, and the flag is down, and Irvin makes the catch. It's a touchdown. Pounds bounced him, and Irvin finally makes the catch, and a flag is down.
Where was Champ Bailey on that? Well, he's on the sideline getting worked on. Michael Irvin lined up, had Darryl Pounds working man-to-man on him. And not only did we see him, but Troy Aikman saw him.
On the defense, number 31. The penalties decline. Touchdown.
Good call, good throw, and I don't know if he was in the end zone. I don't know. It would be the ball. It would be the ball. The ball has to cross the plane. Let's see what happens. There's the catch.
But it's end zone line extended, Matt.
Yes, it is. But let's see where his body. Let's see what happens. It hit the cone, and the cone is part of it. And you're right. That's a touchdown. Good call by the official.
Richie Cunningham with the extra point, and so now the drama heightens here at Redskins Stadium. The Cowboys are now down by only 7 with just under 4 minutes to go.
It's time for E-Trade, the #1 place to invest online.
John Elway picked up his first golf club in his 20s, and a few years later he was shooting in the 70s. He reaches par 5 greens in 2 and attracts huge galleries wherever he plays. Imagine all that, and his most memorable drive still only went 98 yards.
Expect more from an original Coors, brewed a mile high.
My beer, Coors. An original Coors.
On top of today's stories.
Fox Sports News has learned.
On the scene with the biggest stars.
Is this a great showcase for baseball, Ken?
Up to the minute every night.
Fly ball, deep right field. This baby's over. Here's Flutie rolling out. Touchdown.
Keith Olbermann, Kevin Frazier, and the primetime team all over the world of sports.
Paris,
Los Angeles,
Houston,
Augusta,
Miami, St. Louis,
New York.
Fox Sports News primetime. Miss it, miss out.
Trust me on this.
Nightly. Check local listings.
In 4 days, Keanu Reeves, Salma Hayek, and Jay Moore star in a 1-hour television event. Action, a new comedy series, premieres Thursday at 9 on Fox.
Yeah, this is the Michael Irvin touchdown. Now, we're going to slow this thing down a little bit, and what you're going to see is that I was wrong. It wasn't a touchdown. His knee comes down, then his shoulder, and when he reaches the ball out, he's already down. Watch. There's the knee and the hip. Now, he's down. See the ball right here? He's going to keep on coming down, and it's going to fall short right there. That's short of the cone.
But you don't want to challenge that.
Score. You don't want to challenge that because you're at the half-yard line. Chances are he's going to score anyway.
Right. That's one of those plays you don't want to challenge unless it's the last play of the game. And the kickoff goes into the end zone by Toby Goen, and the Redskins will bring it out to the 20-yard line. And so now it's up to the Cowboys defense to try to get the Redskins to give up the ball as soon as possible. And if not, they're going to have to use some of those timeouts. They have 3:44 remaining, and Brad Johnson having a brilliant first game in a Redskin uniform.
And he's throwing the ball well, and he's like at about 14 yards to throw, but you can take all this stuff right here, take that and throw it right out. Okay. Because now is when he needs it. And now is when Stephen Davis needs to be the 100-yard rusher. And he's got, because you look up here and you got 3:45, and you're up by 7. Now is when you have to be good.
And you got Troy Aikman waiting on the other sideline. First down from the 20-yard line. And Johnson will throw on first down, and he's going for Westbrook. And Westbrook with the catch. And he made the catch, bobbled it, but had possession before he went out of bounds, and he gets into Cowboy territory. Kevin Mathis covering on the play.
Now this is an end line, and this would be subject to instant replay if they wanted to have the possession, but that's clearly possession, and great job of getting down. 1 knee equals 2 feet. Mathis tried to go up with it, but great job of concentration by Westbrook.
And if you're Chan Gailey and you do challenge it, you lose a timeout. You don't want that at this point. You're going to need those timeouts. On the 49, Stephen Davis carries.
Oh, baby.
Picks up a couple of yards. Darren Woodson, who was shaken up earlier, comes back with an exclamation tackle.
And Dexter Coakley was right on top of it. Woodson hit him low and Coakley hit him high.
Cowboys will use their first timeout, and stopping the clock with 3:26 to go. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Want to remind you, the second half of our doubleheader on this opening Sunday, the Vikings and the Falcons. What a beauty matchup between the Vikings, 15-1, but denied the Super Bowl bid by the Atlanta Falcons at the Metrodome last year in the NFC Championship game. And folks here in Washington, get home from the game, or if you're watching, you'll be able to tune in and see the Vikings and the Falcons.
Dick, if you watch that game, if it's half as good as what this game has been,
they got a
bargain for another treat.
Yep. There's Aikman and Irvin, who teamed up on that 37-yard touchdown strike, but now the Cowboys looking to get the ball back for one last shot, trailing by 7.
2 timeouts, you got a lot of time left. Their defense has to come up with something. They're going to have a shot. They're going to have to prevent a score here and get the ball back for them. It doesn't have to be right here, but it has to be obviously in the series.
They need 7 yards for the first down. And Stephen Davis trying to go wide, and he is tackled by Dexter Coakley, and that's speed from the linebacking position, and a loss of 3 on the play, and another timeout quickly called by the Cowboys. So they're left with 1 timeout and 3:20 showing on the clock, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Well, today's game is being produced by Richard Zients and directed by Artie Kempner. The associate director is Greg Scopatoni. The broadcast associates, Jacob Ullman and Adrian Hassenmeyer. Technical producer, Dean Walker. And a great job by our crew, back together for our 6th year. And senior producer is Bill Brown, and the executive producers of Fox Sports are Ed Gorin and David Hill, and Scott Ackerson, who produces our pregame show, and Bob Levy, who's in the director's chair, with their fine work as well. And up here in the booth, Chris Visser, our spotter, and Dave Corris handling the numbers. 7-point lead. And the 3:20 to go, and the Cowboys have 1 timeout remaining.
Big 3rd down.
10, yes. Brad Johnson passes out to Centers, and he's not going to get close. 4th down coming up. Centers gets into Dallas territory, a pickup of about 1 yard. Kevin Mathis was there, and the Cowboys will use up their 3rd and final timeout now, but they'll get the ball back.
You see Dexter Coakley came flying in, and his helmet came flying out. Watch everybody converge on the ball. Everybody in, there it goes, and there it goes. Yeah, that's Randall Godfrey. Randall Godfrey. I thought it was Coakley. Everything else has been flying around on Coakley all day. That Dallas defense sure can run.
Well, the
really
defense
saw it on that previous play, Dick. When he tried to bounce it outside, Coakley ran that thing down in the section.
Well, the Cowboy defense did their job. Now Joe Avisano sending in the special teams crew, and the Cowboys now will transfer the burden as Deion Sanders watches and waits for his opportunity. Couldn't go today with the injured toe, although he tested it in the pregame warm-ups. Now it'll be on the shoulders of Troy Aikman, and on the other side, the Redskin defense.
This Dallas defense will be better when 21 gets in the lineup, as will their return game. It'll help a lot, not only coverage, but the run game as well, because it'll free up Darren Woodson.
Matt Turk with the kick, and a fair catch called for by Wayne McGarity at the 10-yard line. David LaFleur went in for x-rays. So LaFleur, who has caught 2 touchdown passes today, and apparently not going to be in the series. Troy Aikman, who has posted those numbers, has 3 minutes and 1 second and no timeouts to get the Cowboys into the end zone. And it's not a field goal. They need a touchdown to tie the game and an extra point. Long way to go.
Got themselves 90 yards. Now, everybody talked about the improvement of this Redskin defense. Now they have their chance to do it. Dal Green standing out there. Champ Bailey standing out there. Marco Coleman.
And Marco Coleman had a head of steam, and a penalty flag is down. And let's see whether he was blatantly guilty of offside.
Back on the defense, number 99, 5 yards, still first down.
Well, no time ran off the clock and a 5-yard penalty. Emmitt Smith on the sidelines right now as Ismail, Irvin, Mills, and Ogden are the 4 wide receivers out there for the Cowboys, with Chris Warren the running back. It's 1st and 5. Aikman's pass is caught by Mills, and he goes out of bounds after getting the first down to the 21 with just under 3 minutes remaining in the 4th.
Now there's a way to defend. You have to try to make the tackle. You're going to give up some field, but you want to make the tackle with no timeouts. You want to make the tackle in bounds and let that clock run. That's what you'll try to do. Aikman will know that, and he'll try to throw to the outs and defend that. Now, at one point in here, the middle of the field, still at 3 minutes, you got a lot of time. He's going to use the middle of the field here sooner or later.
Remember, the Cowboys have no timeouts remaining. Flag is down again.
Free play.
And this pass is caught, goes out of bounds. Chris Warren, the running back.
Looked like they jumped over on the left side of the Washington defense.
And it will be against the Redskins, so Aikman did indeed have a free play.
Offside, 90 of the defense, 5 yards, still first down.
Kennard Lang, so the Cowboys get a first down because of 2 Redskin penalties.
Well, it's going to be 1st and 5.
1st and 5, I should say, yes. And they're on the 26.
But you still got 2:50 to go. And a lot of time. You have to take away the deeps. You're going to give up some field, but you have to defend the sideline.
And again, no timeouts. Low snap from center, and the flag is down.
Now see, how they're stopping the play right away. That means it's offensive.
False start apparently is the call, and not helping things was the low snap.
Prior to the snap, false start, 76 offense, 5 yards, still first
That's
down.
Flozell Adams, and that's the last thing the Cowboys need at this point are self-destructing penalties.
Yeah, you're right back where you were. Only thing that changed is 8 seconds.
That's a lot at this stage of the game, though.
Now, if you start defending the sidelines too strongly and you open the middle of the field up, that's when Aikman will take advantage of the middle.
And get a huge chunk that way. 3 of the 4 wide receivers lined up to the left. And there goes another flag down, and Marco Coleman, this pass is caught by Michael Irvin, and it would be a first down, but a flag went down at the snap.
Coleman jumped again. That's the 3rd straight flag. I mean, 3rd consecutive. 4th flag in this little series. 2 on Coleman.
This is a stutter step drive so far.
Offside, 99,
declining.
defense. Clean as decline. First down.
2:46 on the clock. Very quietly, Matt, the Dallas Cowboys are inching upfield.
Yes, they are. And with that penalty, the clock stops again. Now you picked up some more field in 4 seconds.
Cowboys started at the 10. Now they're at the 34-yard line. And this pass caught by Raghib Ismail out of bounds. About 1.5 yards, maybe 2 shy of the first down, but they didn't use up a lot of time. And now they're up to the 43.
Very patient by Aikman. Very, very patient. And he's just going to use the speed. That's nice by Raghib Ismail. He's going to run up on you, and then he's betting that he can outrun you to the side. It's that simple.
You know, no one has left Redskins Stadium. Everyone is standing, and they are holding their collective breaths here. It is 2nd down and 2. Aikman again, and this time Aikman's pass, and it's ruled a catch and a first down, stopping the clock, and it was Jeff Ogden. And again, now the Cowboys at midfield with 2:36 to go.
I want you to see what they're doing. They're playing what's called a 2 deep. They're going to leave this open, then they're running 5 guys underneath here. And they're betting that you're not going to go down here. They want 5 guys underneath to defend that short route. At one point, somebody's going to test the middle of that field.
And Wayne McGarity has replaced Jeff Ogden. First down in midfield. 2:36 to go in the 4th quarter. Cowboys have been out of timeouts for a while now. And Troy Aikman getting the rush. And the pass is incomplete. Ndukwe Kalu with the pass rush on Aikman.
That was a nice job by Kalu. Good job of coming outside because they need something right now. And they got it. You're going to watch them up on the top side working on Eric Williams. Goes with the fake spin. Williams bit on it to the inside, and then he came back to the outside. That's a pretty good job of awareness by Aikman of getting rid of the ball and avoiding not only the sack, but also the penalty for downing the ball.
Emmitt Smith watching things from the sideline. 2nd down and 10. And the handoff is to Chris Warren, and Warren charging and gets the first down and goes out of bounds. Aikman with the handoff to Warren. And now the Cowboys are inside the Redskin 40. 2:25 to go, a gain of 12, and they have picked up huge real estate in a short period of time.
This is an excellent job of finishing the run by Chris Warren. He knows what the first down marker is. He knows he has to stop the clock by getting out of bounds, but watch him lower the shoulder. Just run over Darryl Green to get the first. Now, an important thing to remember right here is that the Redskins have to defend the field. You're working against the clock, but really, it's the end zone. Doesn't matter about a field goal. The end zone matters.
That was a direct snap to Warren, and Emmitt Smith has come in the game. Flag down. And Emmitt Smith throws the ball away. Kalu putting some pressure on again. The Redskins have been called 3 times for a defensive penalty, and I think 4th coming up now.
It looked like Kennard Lang jumped again.
Boy, Coleman twice.
Or Kalu, whoever's on that left side.
Let's see if it was Lang this time.
Offside, defense, 5 yards, still first down.
Amazing how the Cowboys taking advantage of penalties on the defensive side. Mike Nolan, the defensive coordinator, and now they are in real solid shape with 2:19 to go. Don't forget, they will have the stoppage of the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Lack of discipline on the defensive front. That's tough. That's a mental discipline, especially at this time of the game.
And David LaFleur, who went in for x-rays, is back on the sideline. 1st and 5 on the Redskin 33. No timeouts left for the Cowboys. Troy Aikman stepping up, and the pass is caught by Raghib Ismail, and he's got a first down inside the 15. And 2:10 to go. Dallas not making any effort to get anything going.
Perfect. That was,
and the 2-minute warning will be coming up.
That's when they use the middle of the field. Got down to 2 minutes. It's going to stop the clock anyway. Take him right down to the 14-yard line, and you're in great shape.
That was a 19-yard gain, and he is the surgeon right here, Troy Aikman, to his new receiver, Raghib Ismail. It'll be 1st and 10 inside the 15 when we come back.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Microsoft. Where do you want to go today?
This is the day you have trained for, the day you have studied for. Utilize your superior skills, your superior intelligence.
Sit down, rodent.
Oh, dear.
Sarah, baby.
Oh, you a
one.
Don't make me hurt you. Learn to defeat your ruthless enemy, Steve of Hackensack.
Ryan, you're gonna get roofed.
Shut up, quadruped.
It's thinking.
We've heard your complaints about changing your oil filter, banging your knuckles trying to grip that slippery filter. That's why Fram, America's #1 filter, now has Sure Grip, a rough textured top on our extra guard filter for easy gripping and installing. Only Fram has it.
It makes changing your oil filter a lot easier.
Fram oil filters. Pay a little more now or pay a lot later.
We're the only thing that matters.
Join host David Hyde Pierce and Jenna Elfman as television honors its finest, the Emmy Awards. Coverage begins live, 7 Eastern, tonight on Fox.
Well, you can feel the tension here at the Redskins Stadium with 2 minutes to go. The Redskins leading by 7, but the Cowboys, who started on their own 10 with 3 minutes to go, helped by 3 Redskin penalties, have a first down on the Washington 14, needing a touchdown and an extra point to win it. Now at the time, Emmitt Smith going around the right side and out of bounds. Smith out of bounds on the left side, and the clock stops with 1:55 to go. This is an eternity with 1:55. The ball is at the 12-yard line.
Very patient. This has been a very patient drive by the Cowboys. Now they want to try. They want to score for sure, but they don't want to score too fast. Give Brad Johnson himself a chance coming back.
9th play of the drive coming up. Cowboys have no timeouts left. 2nd and 7. And Aikman going for the end zone, and the pass is broken up. Leamon Evans.
Boy, he had a pick.
Breaking up the pass intended for Raghib Ismail.
He's not getting up. He's down for the count over there. Leamon Evans had himself a nice break on the ball and really had an opportunity to make an interception.
And he's going to stay down here.
Rocket's going to break to the out. Leamon reads it perfect. See, he's breaking on it way before. He had a chance. If he goes for 2 hands in that ball, he has a chance for an interception.
And the Redskins will use their 2nd timeout because of the injury to Leamon Evans.
Yeah, that's the rule. You have to, within 2 minutes, an injured player. And that rule was put in so that you don't try to buy time for yourself by faking an injury. That's a critical timeout too, because if they do go ahead and score, they would have had themselves 2 timeouts and they'd only need a field goal to win the game. As it is, you're going to be, who knows how much time, or if even they score. It's 3rd down, so you have 3rd and 4th down to try to make the first here.
And they've got to get inside the 4-yard line. Want to remind the viewers, the second half of our doubleheader coming up next, the Vikings and the Falcons. For most of you, including our Washington viewers, 49ers will battle the Jacksonville Jaguars in a very good opener. Giants and Buccaneers. And Seattle with Mike Holmgren hosts Detroit as Leamon Evans is being helped off the field. That is not good for the Redskins, as they have really solidified that defensive secondary. Matt Stevens has gone in to take his place. There is Champ Bailey is in there. Stevens with an interception today for the Redskins. So it'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Cowboys on the 11-yard line of the Redskins.
Matt Stevens is in. You see the guy who's talking to him right now to calm him down and give him some perspective is Darryl Green. He's going to keep him down, say, hey, just relax, do what you have to do. Now, Jamel Williams, another young guy. They go to the right man to get a little confidence and tip.
Redskin fans on their feet, urging on the defense. 3rd and 7. Remember, the Cowboys have 2 downs now. to get the first down. And here is Troy Aikman and his pass to the end zone, and it is caught for the touchdown, and it's Michael Irvin. Michael Irvin ties the game if the extra point is good. What a comeback by the Cowboys, who are trailing by 3 touchdowns coming into the fourth quarter.
Well, when you need a play to be made, he still goes back to the playmaker. We watched today with 5 receivers on the field. Michael's not one of them. When you had to have the big play, Irvin was the name that was called, and Aikman made sure the ball was where it had to be.
Now Richie Cunningham with the critical extra point. And the kick is good. And the Cowboys have tied it at 35-35.
Awful close. That thing hit the upright and almost didn't make it. Okay, so now it's tied. You still have 1 timeout and 1:45 for the Washington Redskins. All they need is a field goal, nothing more. He's working outside. Darrell Green's sitting back in his zone, and the ball, he just ran right inside the zone.
Michael Irvin with 2 receptions in the first quarter, shut out till the fourth, and he has caught the last 2 touchdown passes by Troy Aikman, a 37-yarder and now this 11-yard toss, and the extra point tying the game. Troy Aikman with 4 TD passes, and you're right, he hooked this one and just made it.
I mean, he hit the upright. Look at this. Doink. And he doinked it to the inside.
Can you imagine coming back all this way and then you miss an extra point and fall short by 1 point?
I think one of the linemen would have kicked him through the goalpost.
He got the rub of the post on that one.
What a great game we've had here.
Vinny Serrato, who is now in charge of player personnel on the right, and Daniel Snyder and, of course, Norv Turner sweating this one out. The Cowboys, by the way, have the best opening day record in the NFL. They're trying to make it 30-9. This is the kickoff, and it will be touched in the end zone.
That was a good decision by Brian Mitchell. That was really well played. Good patience and good judgment. Because he knew if he had to pick that thing up, he wasn't going to get back to the 20, so he just let it roll into the end zone.
Remember when the Cowboys had to go 90 yards with 3:01 to go? Well, they went 90 yards in 10 plays. So 21 unanswered points by the Cowboys after 24 unanswered by the Redskins earlier.
Watch Mitch. You know, if he's a betting man, he'd lay his odds down right here. It's got to go in because he's taking an awful chance. If it dies right there, as soon as he got over that end line, he made sure he picked it up.
Redskins have 1 timeout remaining. Brian Mitchell is in the game on first down from the 20. Brad Johnson needs 1 more offensive series, and the pass to Irving Fryer. They haven't gone to him much today. Incomplete. And once again, Norv Turner finding himself in a close game, and they have not been kind to him. Norv Turner, 4-16 is his record in games decided by 3 points or less.
Well, he's in another one right now.
Yes, he is.
The great thing about all those pass, none of that stuff matters when you're playing the game right now. It's anybody's game, and they've got the ball.
2nd and 10 at the 20. 1:42 remaining in regulation. Brad Johnson's toss incomplete. He was going to Larry Centers, and it'll be 3rd down. Darren Woodson on the coverage. The problem here, Matt, is that if you're 3 and out, then you give the Cowboys a chance to get into field goal position to win it.
And that was a nice job. Kavika Pittman got some pressure, and Brad Johnson felt that pressure. Boy, I was wrong. Arizona came back and beat Philadelphia.
It's not the first time.
It won't be the last, that's for sure.
For any of us. Steven Alexander has come in for Larry Centers on 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Brad Johnson stepping up, and his pass overthrown. He was going for Michael Westbrook, and that'll bring up 4th down. And so with 1:32, the Cowboys, who have scored 21 unanswered points, can get the ball back and perhaps get into field goal range and win what would be one of the storied games of this incredible series. Back is McGarity, and the kick it will be Matt Turk.
Nice job on the blitz. Good call by Dave Camp on that third down to force that throw, and Darren Woodson applied the pressure to force it.
Here's Turk, and that kick out of bounds.
Bad kick.
And it's near midfield. The official is marking it at the 47-yard line of Dallas. A 33-yard kick by Pro Bowler Matt Turk. So Michael Irvin and company and Troy Aikman have a chance now to get in a field goal range with 1:22 to go. This is the yardage gain this quarter only. Do you ever see anything like that, Matt?
What a great game. It's unbelievable. We've had about 1,000 yards of offense in this game today.
Troy Aikman tying a career high with 4 touchdown passes. Michael Irvin 5 catches for 121 yards, including 2 scores. Look at the second half score. They have 911 yards gained in this game. But it all comes down to here. 1:22 to go, and the pass incomplete. And it was intended for Ismail, but 2 flags are down way deep in the secondary.
Leomon Evans tried to give it a run, but he's hobbling off the field. He can't go.
Now this may be too many men on the field or an illegal substitution.
Illegal substitution. 12 men on the field on the defense. 5 yards. Still first down.
I'll tell you, Redskin penalties in the last series, and this one really putting a dagger in their heart.
That would be your 12th guy right there. They've got 12. That's a good defense. You can get away from it with it. You couldn't.
1st and 5 at the Washington 48 with 1:19 to go. No timeouts. Troy Aikman may not need any. And there's a direct snap again, this time to Emmitt Smith. They did it in the last series with Chris Warren, and now the direct snap to Emmitt Smith to the 45, short of the first down by a yard. And the clock winding down to a minute.
Watch Mark Stepnoski. Now he's looking first, and he just snaps it over to the left to Emmitt as he cuts across.
Under a minute to go. And this pass, picked off. Darryl Pounds on the deflection.
Darryl Green got his hand in there first.
Wayne DeGarity was the intended receiver.
And Darryl Pounds came up with a pick. Aikman tried to force that ball to McGarity inside, and Darryl Green was all over his coverage. The ball popped out of there, and Pounds was right there to pick it off.
What a huge interception by the Redskins, because the Cowboys were about to get into field goal range to win this game, and now with 49 seconds to go, the Redskins get it back.
Aikman's looking for him. He knows he wants it the whole way. Darryl Green gets his left hand in there, and the ball pops up. Pounds is right there. It's good defense by Darryl Green.
And that is the 3rd interception by the Redskins today. And so they have a chance now with under a minute to go, 49 seconds, and still 1 timeout to get into field goal range for Brett Conway. Aikman's 3rd interception. Redskins on their 37-yard line. Brad Johnson stepping up, and his pass, and they'll ruin it. Catch. It's a catch by Irving Fryer.
They got to go to hurry up. They got to hurry up and get this thing rolling.
35 seconds and running. Irving Fryer with the catch. Redskins with 1 timeout left. Dallas is out of them. They're on the 47 of Dallas. Here's Brad Johnson. Ailing knees and all, and his pass intended for centers off his hand, incomplete, and that stops things with 18 seconds.
He's going to try to find Larry Centers, and Brad Johnson, for a hobbled guy, I mean, he was hobbled on Friday. He's moved around pretty well today. He's bought some time. I'd also like to say right now, and maybe it's the wrong time, but John Jansen, that rookie tackle, he's turning himself in a heck of a football game. They've left him out there all by himself, and he's done well all game long.
Brett Conway, if he can get a chance, 2 for 2 today to give the Redskins perhaps a win in regulation. 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line. Here comes the blitz. A fumble and the pass. And the flags are downfield. There's a flag. Michael Westbrook defended by Kevin Mathis and a flag downfield.
This is going to be interference
against Dallas
on Mathis. And Michael Westbrook actually stopped his route in between. And so if I was Dallas, I would say
defense number 23, first down.
I mean, if I was Dallas, I'd say, hey, that wasn't a catchable ball. You're gonna watch him work to the outside. He's got him. He just kind of slows down, and then I mean, the argument could be said that it was not catchable because he didn't let me catch it.
In any event, the Redskins are inside the Cowboy 25-yard line. They are in field goal range for Brett Conway. 12 seconds remaining in regulation, and the Skins with 1 timeout left. Conway warming up. Here is Skip Hicks, or check it, Brian Mitchell with the handoff, and that'll do it as they'll stop the clock, call the timeout, and try to win it here. 3 seconds remain, and Brett Conway will come in
for what, a 43-yarder, 42-yarder?
He made a 42-yarder earlier.
'41 or 42-yarder this will be.
Brett Conway, who was a 3rd-round pick 2 years ago by the Packers, was hurt and joined the Redskins and started to perform for them in week 11 last year, but did not attempt any field goals last year. Dan Turk will be snapping. The holder is Matt Turk, his brother. This will be a 41-yard attempt.
Irvin Fryer, the minister, is giving him some words over there, some absolution on this play.
Tied at 35. This is for the win. And it's bobbled. Conway picks it up. Does a Garo Yepremian, and time runs out in regulation.
Was that a bad snap or just a missed hold? Regardless, we're going into overtime, boys.
This is about as unpredictable a game as you could dream of.
It's unbelievable. It's a snap from Turk to Turk, and that's on Matt, the punter. Hit him right in the hands. Actually, this isn't a bad job by Conway of just throwing the ball up in the air and at least giving it a shot. Actually, now that I think about it, it's kind of stupid, because if you throw it up and the Dallas guy gets it,
he could run it.
He could go all the way back. Yeah. But the worst that could happen is you go into overtime, so he should have just held on to it.
But you're not thinking about that at this point. Chan Gailey.
He knows he got himself another chance.
Here's the coin toss.
We'll play a 15-minute overtime period. First team who scores wins. Each team gets 2 timeouts. Dallas, you're the visitors. What's your choice? Tails. Call the tails. It is the heads. One should won the toss.
That might be the play of the game.
Redskins will get the ball first in overtime. 15-minute overtime session, and we will be back with OT here in Redskins Stadium. So the final score in regulation, 35-35, and this has been an incredible opening game between 2 of the storied rivals in the league. We'll be right back.
Oh, brother, now I've seen it all.
What's that?
They gave the ferret a teleprompter.
Teleprompter? Well, I guess he can't memorize his lines, huh?
Memorize his lines. The guy's a door jam. I don't know why they give him so much slack.
Well, that's because he's got a good look.
A good look?
Yeah, look, I mean, looks like a little European filmmaker.
I had a good look.
Louis, no lizard has a good look.
What are you talking about?
We're not a good-looking species.
We're not. You have no pride, Frank.
I simply know my limitations.
I am classically chiseled.
No, it's too red. Too dark. This is gonna be perfect.
You can get enough orange and blue to last
the season at Lucas Paints in Denver, but bring your Visa card because they don't take American Express. Visa, it's everywhere NFL fans want to be.
Overtime here in Landover, Maryland. The Cowboys and the Redskins tied at 35. The Redskins had 32 unanswered points at one time, and then the Cowboys had 21 unanswered of their own. Trailing by 3 touchdowns coming into the final quarter. Troy Aikman with 2 touchdown passes to Michael Irvin. Emmitt Smith with the other score. Dallas driving for the winning field goal. Lost it on an interception on a deflection. And then a botched field goal attempt by the Redskins for the final play of regulation. And that brings us to OT, and the Cowboys will be kicking off. These are the all-time overtime records of these teams. Each club has 2 timeouts in the 15-minute overtime session. No scoring in the 15 minutes. It ends up a tie. Toby Goen with a short but high kick. And Brian Mitchell returns for the Redskins. And he is wrestled down shy of the 25 by Izell Reese.
Dick, remember in the inaugural game here at Jack Kent Cooke Stadium, it was against Arizona, and it was a 19-13 win for the Washington Redskins on a last play of the game touchdown to Michael Westbrook, who made that diving catch into the end zone.
And the Redskins, including Michael Westbrook, having some career highs today. There's Westbrook at the bottom with 159 yards. Well, what about Brad Johnson? 358 yards. Stephen Davis over 100. Albert Connell, 137 yards. Irving Fryer is in the game. He went in motion. Brad Johnson's pass incomplete. Connell, the intended receiver, and all over him, Charlie Williams.
And Connell holding his hamstring after that one. Yeah, he felt a tweak in that hamstring.
Good call, Matt, and he's going to come out. Albert Connell, who is the other receiver along with Michael Westbrook in the Redskin plans. Irving Fryer has gone in. Chan Bailey steel-eyed on the action. 2nd and 10. Johnson again with a slant. Caught this time by Larry Centers. Short of the first down, but only by a yard and a half.
Boy, Darren Woodson read that thing and saw it coming a mile away. And he broke in that ball, and the ball was a good catch, but Woodson went for the big hit. Just missed it.
Want to remind you, the game's coming up when we are finished here in Redskins Stadium. Vikings, Falcons, 49ers, Jaguars, Giants and Buccaneers, Lions and Seahawks. Most of you will see Minnesota and Atlanta, and that includes the viewers here in the Washington area. That is a first down for the Redskins. Brad Johnson, what an acquisition for the Redskins. We talked about the other quarterbacks they've had, and he can get them where they want to go, perhaps that playoff that they haven't seen in a long time.
Well, they've got to keep him healthy. They've got to keep him healthy, and they got to get the ball to Larry Centers. Larry Centers is another great acquisition for this Washington Redskin team.
Ball on the 34-yard line. Blitz coming, and this pass is caught by Fryer, and that's a first down. Irving Fryer, who was a sportscaster in Philadelphia, came out of retirement at 36 years of age.
Yeah, this goes back to Johnson and reading everything. He sees the blitz. He knows what he has to do. And a good job by Irving Fryer of also realizing what's going on and breaking that route off. Get to the outside. He knows he's the hot man. Ball's where it has to be. He was not very pleased with the way his career ended last year in Philadelphia, and he welcomed this chance again.
14-yard gain as the Redskins go over 500 total yards. Here is Stephen Davis, and Davis picking up about 7 yards into Dallas territory before Charlie Williams comes up and makes the play. And limping there is Mike Sellers.
He's a big fullback, and they bring him in to block people, and he does a good job. But on that last play, they just put it on the trade train coming around the corner. When you get Trey Johnson, and he's running that well and get moving, you're going to get some yards, some positive yards.
Well, Connell came off with the hamstring, it appeared, and now Sellers goes out. Centers is in there at 2nd and 3, and this pass intended for Fryer and defended well by Charlie Williams. Crowd looking for a flag, but none coming.
Nice by Charlie Williams. Nice anticipation. Jump back to the inside, knowing that the blitz is coming, and he's going to have to get rid of the ball fast. Irvin Frer's going to try to jump to the middle. Now he sees it. Now watch it. Just come in. That's nice. Had the ball been thrown up higher, he had himself a chance. Johnson's forward. He's a kind of a touch passer. He doesn't have a big, strong arm.
3rd down and 3 at the 45 of Dallas. Johnson is sacked from behind by Greg Ellis. #1 draft pick last year out of North Carolina, and that is his 2nd sack of the game. He also recovered a fumble.
That play was made by Charlie Williams because he wanted to throw the ball out in the flat, and Williams was right there on the coverage. And because of the coverage, he had to pull it back down, and then he was sacked from behind. But Williams is to be credited for that.
Williams playing big in this sequence. Pass defense and penetration. So Matt Turk will be kicking. And Wayne McGarity is back deep for the Cowboys. Will let it bounce, and the Redskins will down it at about the 5-yard line by Chris Thomas. Last time Turk punted, it was only a 33-yarder. This time he got a lot more out of it, and the Cowboys will be forced to start from the 5.
More than that, Dick, he was able to down it inside the 20. Watch Charlie Williams. This is that last play. They came with a blitz inside. This is where he wanted to go, but because of this coverage, Brad Johnson had to pull the ball back down, and then he was sacked from behind, all because Williams kept the coverage.
Well, here's Troy Aikman, and he led the Cowboys on a 90-yard drive to tie the game, and now he's at the 5-yard line, only this time he doesn't need the touchdown. A field goal will suffice. Emmitt Smith.
Ball's loose.
And the fumble. We'll wait for the official call, and it's kept by the Cowboys.
You better believe there's a lot of fighting going on down there. The official, see this guy right here? There's the key. Referee pointed that way. That ball did pop loose by Emmitt Smith.
Is that Darryl Johnston at the bottom?
That's Darryl Green on the bottom, getting into it with Everett McIver. Darryl's fired up. Here they came. Larry Allen coming around on that OT, although it's an OB with the back. The ball game popping out of there.
And Darryl Johnston recovered it. Close call for the men in blue. It'll be 2nd down and 5 from the 10. We're in overtime.
Darryl Pounds is down here again on Michael Irvin. See if they take advantage of it.
Aikman looking one way, and he flips it out to Emmitt Smith. Smith turning the corner and out of bounds, close to the first down.
He got the first.
And he's got it. Emmitt Smith with the first down after the fumble on the last play.
Emmitt's turned himself in a good game here today, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. He's hungry.
Good job. He's looking up top. See, he looked up top. There was nothing there, so he came back. Good coverage all the way around, and nice protection. And a little bit of nerves going on up there.
Meanwhile, Emmitt Smith has gone out of the game, and you know that's got to get under his skin. Chris Warren is in there, at least the way he talked to us yesterday. First down from the 16-yard line, and the pass to Darryl Johnston. And Moose, as you hear from the fans here, knocked out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Remember, each team with 2 timeouts in the overtime session. We're tied at 35. At one time, the Cowboys led 14-3. Then the Redskins led 35-14 going into the 4th quarter before Dallas tied it with 3 touchdowns. 2nd and 6. Chris Warren is the back on 2nd down, and the swing pass out to Warren, and he is knocked out of bounds. Greg Jones was there on the far side.
That's a good play by Greg Jones. That's a tough position to be in. Chris Warren coming straight at you with his shoulders squared, and you have to make sure you don't miss that tackle. So what you do is you use the sideline as your next defender. So you jump a little to the inside and invite him to come inside, and then you bounce him outside.
Ever coming up next, most of you will see the Vikings and the Falcons. No score in that game. That's underway. 3rd down and 2. And they're all big now. Emmitt Smith back in.
Play action. Oh, he's got him wide open.
He's got Raghib Ismail. He's got it. He'll score, and the Cowboys will win. 76 yards. Ends the game in overtime. A record for Troy Aikman, 5 touchdowns in a single game. And the Dallas Cowboys have stunned the Redskins 41-35 in one for the ages between Dallas and Washington.
Little play action inside, and the safety's bit. All they needed was one step forward, and Ismail was wide open. Wide open. Watch the play action. Watch the time. Good fake by Troy Aikman. Nothing here. Has all day. Just has to get the ball out there. And I want you to watch. There's the bite. The safeties. Matt Stevens bit hard. And then nobody had a chance. I mean, he could have run from here to Bethesda, and they still wouldn't have caught him. Nice job. Here's the key. See the safeties? Safeties up. Ismail back. No time. A lot of time here, and it's all she wrote.
And Raghib Ismail, in his first game in a Dallas uniform, laps the field, and the Cowboys win in overtime. And so for Matt Millen, this is Dick Stockton saying so long from Redskins Stadium. The final score, the Cowboys 41, the Redskins 35. Stay tuned to Fox Sports for the second game of our doubleheader coming up right after these messages. So long, everybody.
Legends are made and dreams come true. You're watching